everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I am using Concord 9th's rainbow stitches and string dies, and then the rainbow stitches stamps. And so here they are. So it has Sending Some Happy, You're Amazing. Then we have a Lovely Day, Hey There Beautiful Friend, So Kind of You, Feel Better Soon, Oh Hi, and then of course some embellishments. And then here is the stamp, and here's kind of what it looks like. That is what we're going to be using today. Now I am not going to be using any special color cardstock, but I'm going to be using inks. So for the card that you see in the video, I'm going to be using for Distress Oxides, I'm going to be using Spun Sugar, Cracked Pistachio, Squeezed Lemonade, and Shaded Lilac. All four really pretty colors. And then for the second card that I'll show you at the end that I'm going to be making off camera is, let's see here, I'm going to be using Festive Berries, Worn Lipstick, and Scattered Straw. All really pretty colors, and let's go ahead and start making the card. Let's go ahead and do some die cutting first. Now I will tell you, as I'm placing it on here, hindsight, I wish I would have done this after I ink blended, and I'll explain that here in a moment. So I'm just placing my dies on that 80-pound cardstock and then running it through my Big Shot. Now all the pieces did cut out pretty well, except for the ends of the rainbow, the ones that I just picked up. And I think that either there's something wrong with my machine or the pressure is not even across the machine, because I have been noticing that if I don't place it in the right areas, and it could be the cutting plates too, just wearing over time. I might have to change my cutting mat now that I'm thinking about it. But you can see there that they didn't quite cut all the way through. So I went ahead and centered it a little bit better, and then ran it through my Big Shot, and then it cut out just fine. So here I'm just using that Squeezed Lemonade, I believe is what it's called, and then punching out some of the negative pieces that were left in the cardstock that was cut out. So I wish I would have just ink blended first and then ran it through my die cut. Clearly you can tell that I'm like, oh, well, this was a big mistake. So I was just trying to conserve on the ink. And now I could have also used a gel mat and placed my my cardstock on there, but I didn't. I have such an issue with my gel mat getting dirty, so I just went ahead and just inked blend on my glass mat that I have there. And again, I wish I would have either used a gel mat to keep it in place, or ink blended on cardstock and then just cut it out. I've done it both ways, and this, especially with something like this is not the preferred method. It is definitely messy. It's all your fingers, and but you do use, at least in my opinion, you do use less ink when blending. So this is the Spun Sugar that I'm using to ink blend on the second smallest or second largest size of the rainbow. And then lastly, I'm using Cracked Pistachio. Now this one was probably the easiest of the three just because of how tiny it was. So again, just adding that ink, and also in between each time I ink blend, I did clean my work surface using rubbing alcohol and just a paper towel. And then I decided that the fringe at the end of the rainbow on both sides, the white cardstock, I wasn't feeling that it was just going the vibe that I wanted to go for with it. So I went ahead and just used some shaded lilac to shade in or ink blend the fringe on both sides. And I really do think that it elevated the rainbow feel or vibe that I was going for. So again, just like I did for the other three parts of the rainbow, just bringing in some of that ink and then just ink blending on top of it. So here I'm just trimming down my card panel. I'm doing I think I'm trimming down 1/4 of an inch on both the top and side of the panel. So again, just trying to get that lined up and just to provide some uh, some border, if you will. Here I'm going to use, I'm stamping my sentiment, and I want to make sure that it gets all lined up because I'm going to do some embossing. So I'm adding my anti-static powder, and then I'm using my VersaFine watermark ink to stamp on there. So again, I can do some embossing to this card. So I'm just stamping it really good as well as I can get it covered without trying to blow it out, because this is such a fine font. You don't want to put a lot of pressure when stamping because you just don't want it to blow it out. So bringing in my silver fine detail embossing powder, I believe that I purchased from Hobby Lobby a little while ago, and I'm just putting my powder on there, letting it sit just to make sure it fully adheres. And then I looked at it and I thought, I need to run it again. So I just added a little bit more and then just took off the excess of the embossing powder. And you can see here that I had a little pieces of the embossing powder still stuck on my cardstock. So I just went ahead and used a paintbrush that I only use for that purpose and took some of that off of my cardstock so it wouldn't melt onto the cardstock. And then I'm just going to funnel the rest of the embossing powder back into that little container. And I use that all the time for to collect my embossing powder. So I let my heating tool heat up a little bit before I applied the heat to my paper. And then of course I'm just moving it around, not keeping it in one spot. I don't want to burn the paper, and I also don't want to warp the paper, although I will end up adding foam tape to the back of the panel. So that way, for one, to provide dimension to the card, but also to help flatten out that cardstock. Now, if you don't want to add any type of foam tape to flatten it out, you can simply put it in between a book and let it sit for a day. So I'm going to use my score buddy to score my cardstock. It is 4 1/4 by 11. So then I will, half of that is 5 1/2. So I will score at the 5 1/2 mark and then use my bone folder to really give it a good, nice crease. And then again, added foam tape to the back of my panel and then centered that onto my my card base. Now here I'm just showing you the process that I did end up adding some foam tape to the back of the rainbow just to provide additional detail. I will be honest, this is sped up because it took me 15 minutes to actually apply all of those little foam squares and get them, positioned where you wouldn't really see them on the front of it, and then taking off all those little backers. So that did take some time. Okay, so now that I have all of that done, I'm going to go ahead and use my tweezers to grip this to get my fingers out of the way and trying to get this centered onto my card. Now, I was realizing that the lower layer of the rainbow was kind of flimsy, so I'm just repositioning my tweezers, my reverse tweezers, so I can grab all three, and that way it wasn't too flimsy. And then I decided to just stand up because it was just better to stand up when you center things. So once I got it centered, I just applied a little pressure with my hand and then removed the tweezers and try to lay it as flat as possible. And lastly, I decided to use some embellishments to my card because, well, why not? We need a little glam to it. Every card does. Well, maybe not every card, but a good majority of them. So I ended up using the silver embellishments to play on the embossing powder. I did do 3 and 3, but I think overall it really turned out nicely. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? I absolutely loved how this turned out. I can't decide which one I really like, this one or the one I did off camera. But before we go over that, I did want to show that, or share that, obviously you've seen that I embossed this with silver embossing powder. And the colors that I used from the Distress Oxide, in case you didn't catch it when I was creating the card, this is Squeezed Lemonade, Spun Sugar, Cracked Pistachio, and Shaded Lilac. Love, love it. And then the other card, I'm going to bring that in, is this one. Just totally different vibes, right? I mean, I think they are. Again, the colors are the colors are Festive Berries, Worn Lipstick, and Scattered Straw. And then I used, of course, gold embossing powder and gold accents. The only thing is I don't like about this card, it's just me nitpicking, is I totally forgot to crop down the cardstock. I already had, or the panel, and I had already put my double-sided tape on, or my foam tape, and then I think I already glued this. No, I hadn't glued this down, but I already added my double-sided tape. The only thing that I don't like about this card is I added my foam tape and I forgot to crop it down or scale it down. And then of course I got this a little off-centered. I should have shifted it up a little bit more, but you know what? You live and learn, and we're just gonna pretend this is done on purpose, right? I mean, that's fine. But anyways, here are the two cards. I just absolutely love how these all turned out. They were so much fun, and I love how you can use your inks to create new color cardstock, if you will. It's so fun. It gets a little dirty, but you know what? It's part of the process. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know which one you like the best. Is it Hey There, Beautiful Friend, or Have a Lovely Day? Let me know which one you like the most. I think if I had to choose, it's probably going to be this one, if I would have actually sized the panel down and centered this a little bit better. But because I made those little whoopsie daisies, this one is actually my favorite. But I love this color palette a little bit more. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys all in the next card or craft video.